Okay. Testing, testing. Oh, okay. All right. There. I'm sore. Officially sore. But I think it's more like my back area, I think. Okay, let's see. Okie dokie. Let me look at what's going on. One watching. Okay. Let me see if that goes up to 2 right now because I'm looking at my iPad here. And then I'll know if it's just me watching myself. Daniel Kimball. Should should we just FaceTime? Yeah, except I'm unsure about who you are. Daniel Kimball. Um, Quarterfinals 2 4 months ago. Let's see. So are you adaptive athlete or just open dude? Oh, FaceTime canceled. Someone else is here. All right. Oh, cool. Let's see, what time is it? A couple more. Just a minute here. Well, um, I just finished some dinner, sitting down as I realized I'm sore. Oh, Peterson. Oh, there you go. Oh, Danny. Let's go. Danny and yeah, we should just FaceTime. Although I don't think you guys gave me your number. I actually don't think I have. Yeah, I don't think I have either of you guys' number. But I promise, it's been a super popular YouTube live every night. Okay, guys. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was a fun day today. It was cool. It was good. Um, yeah, we should just FaceTime. As you can see, I am having a very tame, easygoing afternoon, evening here, um, and have not been thinking too much about CrossFit. Just hanging out here in my apartment or apartment. I keep saying apartment. I don't know why. I mean, a hotel. I guess it feels like my apartment. I live by myself in a studio in DC. So I think there's something kind of about being in my own like space that's all like a combined area that feels like, oh, this is my usual life situation. Um, I was going to live with some people, and then that kind of fell through. And, anyways, it's a long story, but since it's just Danny and Peterson so far, I guess we'll just FaceTime. I'll fill you guys in on what I did this evening. Since I saw you guys, whatever, 3 hours ago. So after we parted ways, I went, got some lunch, like a later lunch, went to Chipotle, and then what did I do? Oh, and then when I got back to the hotel, I went down to the pool, just hung out at the pool for a little bit, and then I went to, and then I just kind of took a shower here, chilled, got, um, got some dinner. It's been like just very, very basic, so nothing super exciting. It sounds like the Airbnb is probably pretty hopping. So, okay, it looks like a couple other people here. Just fill you in, Danny, Coach Danny, and Tyler Peterson are watching, hanging out from the family spot, and yeah, we had some fun today. I went over to the Airbnb in between workouts because we had kind of a little bit of a briefer time in between. The first workout was the oh my gosh, I'm like drawing blanks right now. First workout today was the what was it? It was the sand. It was the sandbag one. So we were the first heat. We were the first heat of the day, right? So I think we went on at 7:30, and so everything was like kind of almost like still being set up over at the venue. And so then like by the time I think I was like just barely awake at that point. But then this was yeah, it was the combine. It was the combine. Duh. So Tyler over there like freaking repping out what was it 60 dumbbell bench press. So like, and then which was funny because Victor was like, "No way, there's no way, like you're not doing that." And then that was pretty funny. Victor was like, oh, almost like a little like upset that. Anyways, it was fun. He was like, because and then so what ended up happening too was, and I was talking about, oh, I talked to my parents for a little bit too. So, or I was texting them a little bit, and how I was saying how we got second, we tied for second in that workout. So the other FYI is, Tyler and I tied for second um, in freaking what's it called, in the combine. Um, Tyler, I think, kind of psyched himself out with the rope climbs, or just, anyways, kind of disappointing. Didn't hit didn't hit that rope climb. I guess if you had, and I think you were close, it, then you would have been. I think yeah, you would have passed Victor, right? So then you would have had first, then Victor, then me. So, anyways, um, yeah, kind of an interesting workout. Like I was thinking about it later. I wonder if Victor. I mean, I don't think this is kind of the kind of guy he is, but like if he was just what's it called, like half assing it a little bit, or just taking it easy. Tyler, you watching your own video? You got 3 views now. Yeah, yeah, I do. Yes, I'm disappointed on the rope climbs. I know, I know. Yeah, you could do it. You got it. It's just, yeah, I don't know. Um, you're like getting in your head too much or something about it, like getting in your own way, maybe. But it's also like the grip was also gone. I mean, you had like your hands were like tore up. So I mean that's plus all the grip from the grippiness of yesterday was crazy. So I like the grip was gone. And I was like, so, who was I talking to? I think I was talking to you guys about how like if I was sore, it's this weirdest like feeling of soreness, but like more of like just fatigue than soreness. So I think I feel that in my grip too, right? Like it's not the grip of, or it's not the soreness of like, oh my gosh, I can't like move my wrists or move around or something once I warm up. It's just kind of like the groan that I had when I like sat down of just like, oh crap, like I'm tired. So um, yeah, let me see if there's any notifications. Anyways, okay, cool. Yeah, so what what do we what do we So, I mean, I just feel like I can't recap the day because like y'all know y'all were with me all day long. Like, what's the? I guess okay. So I had a couple friends when I was talking about like doing like a live stream had mentioned this idea of uh yeah. So it's a couple, Dennis and Sabrina, who have been on the chat previously from my gym, and they were talking about how, and I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna do like a little YouTube live, just kind of share with everyone back home about like what's going on and how it's going and everything like that. And so, um, and uh, Sabrina is a therapist, and she was like, oh yeah, it'd be so good to kind of have like a self-reflective, like it's almost like a video journal talking about how things go and and then I think almost at the same time Dennis was like saying something about, yeah, you gotta like talk about your like war stories and like it's for posterity, so you gotta you gotta document the epic like battle and stuff like that. So, and then we are all kind of like laughing because it was like, okay, yeah, Dennis like the dude, and then his wife who's like a therapist and who is like, oh yeah, you just gotta process, you gotta process the day, understand how things went. Um, I might as well come over. Yeah, seriously. Maybe we should just do that tomorrow. That'd be kind of fun. I have um, let's see, the mic setup I have with the like the little like remote thing here is I have another mic. So like for real, like we could just have the show on the road. I don't know what the plans are for tomorrow to like hang out and like what's it called? Do stuff, go to bars or on the river walk or just not think about CrossFit for a little while. Um, and but yeah, but this that would be super fun. I think that'd be really cool. Can stream our conversation, talk about talk about everything that was going on, recap the whole thing. Um, that'd be fun. Let's seriously do that. I'd be down if we can figure out the timing of it. I'm leaving on Monday at I think 8 a.m. So it's kind of an early morning, but I don't mind like you know missing out some sleep. I'll be fine. So I'm going. Yeah, the flight's not that hard. I think it's like 4 hours or something like that. So I'm loving this. Keep it going. We're definitely hitting a few bars tomorrow. Yeah, we're gonna be streaming from the bars. We're gonna be, we're gonna have the I'm gonna have the video on the stick, just walking around, seeing how many other people from the competition we jump in, like we bounce, like run into. Like I'm sure there's lots. I mean, how many of the there's 270. Did I hear 270 or 250 people, athletes competing? Something crazy. So hey, there's Adam. Yeah, thanks, Adam. It was cool. It was a good day. It was fun. It was a good day. So we've got Tyler and his coach Danny here hanging out, just like we were a few hours ago. I had to fill them in on like what I've been up to since yesterday. But oh, important update is I have my compression socks on, and every can one can watch our 267 athletes. Yeah. So yeah, it's been kind of it's there's a lot of people that we're probably gonna see. So I don't know how much. Anyways, so what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so the Dennis and Sabrina thing, they were like, oh yeah, like oh one's for like posterity. So I guess I can recap things for posterity's sake, um, and how things went. So let's see. So first workout was that great. Um, the combine. What was the notable things actually were like were the second place that Tyler and I tied for, and then the like clown show kind of like sandbag toss, which was like super fun. Which another guy at my gym was talking. We were like laughing about how like fun that's going to be, and it genuinely was. It did pan out that way. Like there's that video Danny shared like of Tyler like shooting backwards as he like like lets the sandbag goes like you know, 20 feet out, and then I think there was Victor. I think I was rewatching the video from the pool or something like that earlier, like the live stream, and it was basically a Victor show. Like they had the live stream, and I could because I wanted to send it to my parents to like share how it was going, how the day was going, and like, oh yeah, like this was a great workout for me. Like I didn't think it was gonna be a great workout for me, like for some reason, and it didn't feel like it was a great workout for me in the moment. It was just like, oh yeah, I'm just here like chucking sandbags, no big deal. Uh, but I guess not that many, even like, well, yeah, I think was it Victor didn't hit the 50-pound bag, so that's kind of what was going. Yeah, Tyler's over there trying to do a backflip with the sandbag throw. I mean, so and then Victor, he flew in the other direction, and then he threw it like both directions. So you see Victor in the live stream, and all the guys are like, "Yeah, Victor's just the super dominant powerhouse, 1 point athlete." He's like chasing his sandbags, like, "What the hell?" And then like trying to get them over, and yeah. So that's why I was like, was Victor like really like? I mean, the dude like goes 110% all the time. Like, like props to him. Like, no disrespect, but I was like, Victor, like, I, I don't. Anyways, I don't know. I'm just like curious about that. And then what was? I'm always forget what's her name. The girl we were working on with, working on the Toasta bar. So uh, later on, Tyler, Danny, and I were, and this girl from Australia. Why am I always blanking on her name? It's like something very like she's not like a forgettable person. Like she's like very like there, but I don't know Chelsea. Yeah, thank you. Gosh. So I don't. So I think Chelsea was talking about how she was also throwing the sandbags and like flipping and like flying, shooting in the opposite direction of the sandbags, which is like a weird physics thing. Actually, I guess now that I think about it, when you go, like if it's out, all the force is like from rotate, like a rotational force that's coming out here, and if you release it like at this horizontal position, yeah, like it's gonna give you it's like holding onto someone's hand and like you're leaning back and they let go, so you're gonna like fly in the opposite direction. So somewhat Tyler said I will just watch some girl throw the 10-pound bag over the bar across and then behind the railing. What? What? It was like a clown. That event was like a clown show. Just uh, um, like circus tricks kind of galore. Just with the exception of like the bench press, which is like funny. Like, oh yeah, a single arm rope climb. This like weird strongman competition event, and then oh yeah, then just a single arm, and then just like bench press like max reps. So it's like, oh yeah, okay, this is it. And then the pig. Everyone was like really scared about the pig, which is this big like, basically big soft box. And I weighed it, and I was like, this is. I picked it up, kind of just to see what it was like. I think it was probably like 60 pounds. Like, I mean, it was not that heavy, not that big of a deal. Like we were like flipping it, and it was like flying in the air. Not hard to move at all. Um, so yeah. Anyways, so we got. It was a good day. It was a good day. So had fun with the sort of acrobatics, and then Chelsea again. We're Danny and I were watching. This was later in the double-sided coin, which as we were watching it, I realized why it was double-sided coin, and Tyler I think kind of pointed it out earlier. Like there's that first part which is like one side of the coin, and it's completely different from like that other side of the coin, which is just like kind of brutal, hit as many snatches as possible in like 3 minutes, and in the I'm over there in the background like doing my what's it called? Doing my pistol squats attempts kind of having a conversation with the judge, and and like I don't know, yeah, it was that I I think I was talking to you guys earlier, like about how I had what's it called? I was like kind of kicking myself a little bit, thinking, oh, like I wish I had gotten one or two, or just had it more in my head of that I'm gonna do something and not have this like self fulfilling prophecy of like, oh, I'll just do zero, you know, and that's fine, or, you know, that's fine. Like it's not my thing yet. Like I still have to learn and get a lot more ankle mobility before I have the pistols and you know whatever. But uh, anyways, so what else was kind of yeah, we had that, we hung out at the Airbnb, watched Bluey in between events. We we didn't watch it that much. We didn't really watch Bluey, but the scary Mowgli, just first thing Tyler puts on, like we're gonna watch Jungle Book, and um, it didn't last too long. We weren't really watching it, but anyways, so then we went back to the event, and then got briefed, right? No, we got briefed after the second event, I think, right? Yeah. So we got we got ready for that second event, which was the yeah the double-sided coin. So like just rush through the burpees, rush through the 50-pound dumbbell snatch, pistols, and then go to the snatches, the 85-pound snatches. So yeah, I mean I don't know. I forget Tyler how you went how you did on that. If you oh yeah, we healed her childhood trauma with Bluey uh, experiencing a how like lots of oh my gosh, yeah, I think that's funny. Like I kind of there's part of me that like wants to have kids or is like excited about kids. I guess partially because of Bluey, but also I don't know, like just it like all my friends who have kids love Bluey, and like I was saying, watch it like just by themselves, like husband and wife. Just what are we gonna do? Let's watch Bluey. And then Tyra was saying how yeah, like it motivates you to be a like a good dad or something, right? Like it motivates you to kind of remember how like the moments that you have with your children are like super special and fleeting and once in a lifetime things kind of, right? So like you want to you want to be present for that. So anyways, that's kind of cool. Anyways, I don't have kids, but maybe I'll start watching Bluey on my own. But so I don't know why the only other thing that's notable in my mind right now about the rest of the day after uh, hitting after sorry the double-sided coin was at going to the cooling off and watching the next heat, which was the girls' one point, and then watching Chelsea like this girl, I think Danny was right next to me, watching her like be exhausted and then snatching it, and it was she was like whipping it around, and so when it was up above her head, she's like rotating and going, and at one point almost going into the lane behind her, just you know this this like again it was like this circus trick, and everyone around us was like, holy crap, like what is she's going to hit the other girl, and it almost went over at one point. And so yeah, that was scary. um, the other thing, then the last thing that was kind of notable, I think that was really cool and fun, I think, was we all after the briefing had our got the information from Kevin, and then um, we we're practicing like trying to figure out the sled stuff, tried to get to another gym, and then decided couldn't do that. That kind of fell through. So we're working on the toast bar or toast ring. No, toast bar. I'm always forgetting. Toast bar, toast ring, whatever. And for me personally, that was like a super hype, exciting moment for me to when I hit that five jumping with that kind of technique. And I don't know if Adam's still here, maybe not, but he was one chatting in the chat for neighborhood, the gym, my gym. So he's a coach, affiliate owner of my gym. So and he's the one who was telling me, kind of giving me that same advice from that Danny that you were giving me, like jump up to it, and then like you kind of like use the force of your first swing in the jump to leverage it up, because I think like the more time that I'm like trying to get set and like establish the right grip and keep my lat engaged and make sure that like I'm like as high up in it as possible, that's like every second hanging on that bar, you know, 200 or I'm not 200, I'm like 195 pounds of Brian, like just like the grip is not going to last forever. Just it stretches, just everything's stretching out and not going to be able to like hit that. But I'm kind of springing into it and then swinging in. So it was cool because it was like I wanted to. We practiced it on that kind of slippery bar. The what's it called? I don't know if you guys noticed. By the way, this was funny when we went. I think I that guy was super nice. He was super friendly to us, who was running that booth. And then as soon as Chelsea came back to like practice with us, he like whips out this like, oh, here's a free shirt, and like gives it to her. And I was like, okay, like we know why that's going on. Like she's very attractive. Yeah, it's like okay. So yeah, that's cool. I was like, I want a free shirt. No one's giving me free shirts. Um, it was kind of took it personally. So, anyways, I thought that was pretty funny. The Anyways, so but hitting it on that bar was cool. But then when we went over to the rogue bar, the practice bar, and then like just being able to kind of hit rep out five, I guess singles was also very cool. So I'm kind of looking forward to trying that tomorrow, getting it going. Yeah, Tyler, I was pissed too. It's like why why don't I get a free shirt? Um, we're not we're not cute enough. We're like we're like weird looking CrossFit dudes or something. I don't know. I no, I don't know. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. Whatever. And that's the thing. Like, if it was a girl, she wouldn't have given us a free shirt running the booth. We didn't show enough. Yeah, I guess so. Maybe that's part of it. Yeah, we didn't almost hit the people in the lane next to us to get a reputation for. And she was. It was fun. Like it was funny. We were talking about when we first were talking when we were first talking to her. Like I think Danny, you asked the question, how's it going for you? Uh, like what's your how's it the competition going? And she was like, oh, I'm in dead last, and she was just like, but it's really fun. It was just like, oh my gosh, it was funny. Okay, yeah. So there's a couple more people here. Okay, um, which I kind of covered the events already, went through things, but if you want to put in the chat what you're most curious about or what's going on, if you want to know about if you want more story times about Tyler flying in the opposite direction of the sandbag, or why barbells are flying around. Oh, hey Dennis, what's up? Yeah, oh, I was talking to the guys about how you and Sabrina were talking. to me about when I was kind of like talking about the idea of doing a live on for every night of the event, how you guys were like coming at it from like such a like they're like, oh yeah, you guys were like, oh, super supportive, that'd be such a cool idea, like we'd love to kind of get caught up on how the event's going or how the competition going, how the games are going. And then Sabrina on one hand's like, oh yeah, you gotta process things, and then you were like, you gotta keep that like epic like battle, you know, conquests for posterity's sake, and so you can look back and be like, yes, kids, I have did this amazing, awesome thing, and it was just two sides of the same coin. It's kind of fun. So the yeah, so um, I'm sitting in I'm pretty safely in fifth place right now. I mean, I think I calculated it that Moses yeah, that's right, lawyer versus therapist. Like you got to document everything. It's got to be perfect, documented, organized versus, you know, how how have you been processing the emotions around this big CrossFit event, right? But yeah, we had oh, what was I saying? I forgot. Jeez. Oh, Dennis, also we're gonna probably we might do like a live with Danny and Tyler tomorrow. Post CrossFit debrief everything. Just hang out, and I don't know where we'll be. I'll bring my stuff, my gear, just in case we want to take it on the road. But we've got oh yeah, so I was talking about placement. So I'm pretty safely in fifth place right now, right? So um, what's it called? Moses or Moises is 170 points behind me right now on the leaderboard. So um, what does that mean? I don't know. Danny probably knows the math way better than me right now. Um, next year, I'll send you with the celebratory cigars. Oh, dude, yeah, that's right. So uh, Dennis is gonna sponsor a T-shirt for my gym, and he owns a cigar shop in Alexandria, Virginia, and it's called John Crouch Cigars. And so we're gonna make my like CrossFit Games T-shirt for that we're gonna give to everyone who donated to like my GoFundMe is going to get like a shirt that's like you know, it's all has all the CrossFit stuff on it, but then it's like cigar shop at the bottom. So I think that's gonna be that's gonna be pretty funny. I'm there for that. That'd be cool. So we yeah. Anyway, so Moses, I don't know like what would have I don't know what Moses would have to do to like take fifth from me at this point. So that's like the worst case. And then you know, we were talking about that. Um, yeah, I don't even. Okay, yeah, there we go. You know, he's got it. He's got. I don't even have to show up. I can like. I can. I don't know. I can go start drinking at the Riverwalk, and and be fine. Yeah. So, the question is really about uh, whether we beat the French guy Thoreau. I literally can never remember his name. Um, do do no. I've just been calling him Thoreau. It's just I, I don't know. So, so he's probably not watching, so he's probably not super offended by that. But the yeah. So depending, it really like it comes down to how is he, because he's tied with Tyler for fourth, is it right? So at that point, French, yeah. So if, like Tyler's like you're like he's like gunning for Frenchie because because if you take him down, then you have a shot at third. I think is that right? I forget what the how the math breaks down. But if I were to beat him as well, oh, does it come down to me? So if I beat the Frenchman, the French dude, does that push Tyler into third? Because he's now and then what would happen if I were to beat Tyler and then Tyler beats the Frenchman? Then so either way, I'm anyways. I forget how many points. I'm not like super on the point things right now, but yeah, it's gonna be. I don't know. I literally like. There's no calling it like right now. I like. I'm scared of the toast bar. Like I'm the least con. I'm not very con. I'm not scared, but I'm like not super confident. Like I don't have the reps on it to be able to just like bang it out as like consistently as like Tyler does. So it really comes down to like how am I vibing on the rest of the workout? Where's Tyler and where's Frenchie compared to me? And then what's my mind the frame of mind and like am I remembering the body movements to get like that 5 singles because I was able to do it pretty quick. Like it wasn't like taking me like 5 minutes to do five. It was like I don't know 20, 30 seconds or something. So oh, tied for third. Tyler just has to beat him. So who's okay? Gotcha. So who and then Tyler would be third. Okay, gotcha. But then who's fourth? I'm forgetting. Where's my thing? Anyways, Danny's probably gonna get it quicker than me. Um, yeah, that's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting how the field has become like the top five, and we're like relatively close. Like I mean, we're not like I mean at this point I'm what am I like 70 points behind Tyler and Frenchie. So like, okay, that's not like, but then it's like 170 points between me and Moses. So it's just funny how like it's almost like the field got kind of split in two. So it's the top five and then the bottom five, but then there's like this kind of big rift between us in terms of the points. So we don't know. Um, they're tied for third. Okay, okay, Tyler and Frenchie are tied for third, and that also takes up the fourth spot. Duh, duh. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. So I don't know. I think it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be exciting. I don't know how it's gonna go. I think um, it's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be a fun day. I'm looking forward to it. Um, Tyler needs to go to sleep pretty soon, so he can actually get some rest and not be stressed about it. Um, or was that? Were you the? Or someone was telling me. Or no, it wasn't Victor. I think it was you, Tyler. Like you're like, oh, like crap. I slept like an hour last night. Like you'll probably be fine tonight. Like you're probably so tired from the days that like at this point your body's just like in bed. Okay, like got gone, shut down. Or at least maybe it'll just catch up to you like when we're like flying home. I was thinking about that. I'm gonna be very tired. I'm gonna sleep all the way like on the plane all the way to DC, just out. So I'm sure that's kind of what's gonna happen. But um, cool. So let's see. Yeah. So oh yeah. So Shooty the other day was asking about how I'm feeling about tomorrow, and I guess that's a little bit about how I'm feeling tomorrow. But I guess there's it's a question mark. The question so it's the chipper. We've got oh my gosh the heavy rope singles, jump rope singles. We've got the what's it called? We've got the heavy jump rope singles. We've got echo bike, burpee broad jumps. Um, something else. Oh, the strict dumbbell press, and then the sled pull, and then it's toes to bar. So it's only 10 minutes, and there's kind of a lot of random stuff in there. I feel like it's gonna be this weird sprint feeling that's like extended for a longer period of time. So yeah, I feel like my cardio is gonna like be producing some like help at that point. It's like a little too short for that cardio to like really uh take effect, but I think that's the thing. Like I don't know what the time domain. Like I think Tyler was saying that the 20 calories on the Echo bike was gonna take like 45 seconds ish. So I mean, like it could be like a race just for time, and everyone's going like I bet the top five of us are probably gonna like be neck and neck, or at least like very close, like relatively close to each other by the time when and then we hit the toast to bar, and then it's gonna be like who can do the toast to bar when you're breathing hard and like under fatigue from like the previous 5 8 minutes or whatever it is, right? So like uh yeah, it's really gonna depend on jump. Yeah, it's really gonna depend on it could depend on I don't know, it could come okay, so it could come down to how the sled works, like if it takes 2 minutes to do the sled 50 foot sled pull, like because it's 200 pounds on the sled, and the the grip thing is not that hard, or is like hard to hold on to, and it's like 200 pounds and sticky on the floor, or if it's like smooth bottom of the sled and it just shoots across, like there's it's like hard to say how it'll be. So th- that's one question mark. Then the other question mark is toast to bar. How at least for me personally, especially like how will I be able to rip out those five toasted bars like relatively quickly or not? And then Frenchie will be um, I think jump rope, stick press, echo bike, sled pull, toasted bar. Yeah, and then it'll be I don't know, and then it'll be interesting. And then Artem, I think at this point Artem is probably gonna. We're kind of like considering him as like finishing second regardless, but I don't know. Like honestly, Tyler probably like you've beat him a couple times in things, gotten those like second places. Um, what how and yeah, and then we were talking about Frenchie kind of looking like he's been fading. Like he started out super strong on day one. He's got his like whole like entourage around him. That's like his posse, who's kind of intense and was like screaming at him at one point. I forget what it was. I think Danny was it you or was it Victor who was talking to me about how the excuse me, how he like missed a lift or something, and then the coach just like showed up. Oh, it was the clean the power cleans, and he missed one, and the coach was like blasting him like just being really mean to him or something. So, anyways, yeah. So I feel pretty good. I'm excited to see how it shakes out, and um, I mean, even though like Victor's gonna like dominate and like win by like daylight, I mean, I think it'll still be cool to see him win. Personally, like he's a cool guy. I've enjoyed hanging out with him, and I think it's just like it's a very meaningful games for him too, personally. So I think it'd be cool to see him have that like W. Um, I get the feeling that Victor has been like a part of wheelwad slash CrossFit slash adaptive stuff for a long time, and that he's been like, if not like a driving or organizational force, but like someone who's like important to making the adaptive CrossFit games maybe like its own standalone thing, or amplifying it message, or having it be more present, or um, more of a more of a thing, just rather than like kind of a add on to the regular games that can only bring a couple divisions, like only one division of upper divisions, which kind of, yeah, we were talking about how that kind of like limits things, because if someone doesn't have a shoulder functionality, if they don't have a flexion or anything like that, you can't really do anything over the head. You can't pull up, and it's potentially even kind of dangerous to try, right? I think you're talking about like Artem kind of having a mistake, having a miss. So, anyways, all right, we got like 6 people on now. Well, 3 others besides me, Tyler, and Danny. So, whoever, if y'all wanna give me some context, I can jump in or establish more of what you might not have heard slash been interested in, because we did kind of cover the events of the day and fun moments, clown clown show moments, but then also how tomorrow is looking, I think, for us. So it's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be good. I think Kevin said if there's going to be appeals, you have to kind of get him in right away. If something messes up with the score or whatever, the judging or whatever, just so that they can kind of um, keep the. I'm wondering how the announcements of the winners are going to be, because there's like how many heats, like 26 or something like that. So you gotta like, we're gonna do like podium for one, podium for two, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, it's just gonna be on and on and on. Um, which will be which will be cool, but also I feel like that's gonna be kind of chaotic. Like there's gonna be so many people in there. Anyways, yeah, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be fun. Um, that'd be cool if Tyler makes it onto the podium, and right, third, yeah, third, fourth, and then if I, depending on how things go, maybe I'll sneak in there. Although yeah, I can't remember if I don't. I think the math might work out. I might sneak in after the. Might sneak into fourth if Thoreau loses to Tyler, and I beat him, because because Thoreau and I were close enough. Is that right? From, there's some event that I beat him. I beat him a couple times. Anyways, Danny says, yeah, right after the last event, they're gonna do the podium stuff. So, oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, my back is sore. I was regretting not bringing my foam roller. There was not that much room in my bag, so um, that would have been cool to just lay down here. Although it's kind of, the hotel was a little gross. I'm a little bit, next time would definitely want to like read more reviews about the hotel, because this place, um, when I first got in, it just had kind of gross smell. It was like it smelled weird to me, and it was like in my hands, and I couldn't get it out of my hands, and it was like this, like, I don't know, it was nasty. And then as I'm walking around here in my socks or whatever, like every once in a while I'll hit a spot where I feel my foot kind of stick, because it's like there's like a sticky spot in the floor of the hotel, which is funny because now I'm sitting on it. But I think it was like more by the bed, so it's kind of nasty. Don't really don't really want to think about it. But long story short, I'm not going to buy the hotel. I'm not going to get the hotel room last minute next time. I'm going to read some reviews, think about where the location is a little more carefully, and maybe buy it earlier, so that I'm not, because I've looked at some of the other places that had hotel blocks for the CrossFit games, and they were all sold out, so I couldn't get in. I wonder if it was um, I wonder if it was the fact that um, yeah, I think it was just the fact that I bought them kind of late. I forget. I bought them like a couple weeks later, but yeah, we were talking. Speaking of hotel stuff, yeah, we're in was is Sea Dog Showdown in April or May, somewhere like that. Yeah, so like if I go and Tyler goes, we're talking. Yeah, we'll get like an Airbnb, make sure that it's not like a nasty Airbnb that's far away from far away from stuff. Although it sounds like Jupiter, Florida is pretty cool. So I'm sure everything actually. I'm sure the Airbnbs we could find are like pretty pretty cool. So get a lot of cool. That'd be cool. April 5th. Yeah, that'd be cool. We have a quinceanera going on next door. Dude, it's a Saturday night. There's a lot. It's like this is like Texas is. I was telling this to Danny. Like, there's a lot of Hispanics, a lot of Mexicans in Texas. It's like it makes sense. It's just like coming from Virginia, it just feels like and DC, which feels like way more Anglo compared to like my experience living in California, living in Northern California, living in Southern California. Um, yeah, and then Texas has that like vibe of being like almost like part of Mexico or like this like interesting like border situation. Vic also say we could stay with him if we go. Oh, dude, that'd be cool. Yeah. Um, yeah, he can be our Airbnb host. Yeah, that'd be fun. Um, yeah. All right. I am probably let's see. Started 52 minutes ago, so I've been talking for like an hour at this point, and my back is getting sore from sitting on this sitting on this thing. So, um, this is the last chance for the two. Let's see, who is it to? It's, yeah, there's two people who are not Danny, Tyler, and me watching myself. This is the last chance. Ask questions to remind me of anything that might have gone on, or recap things because we should start getting ready for bed. Slash, um, I have. I think I need to get some more water. I ran out of water. I got a big case of water and have like ran out. So, um, taking on the and then yeah, okay, yeah. So then tomorrow, I guess that'll be the last. Yeah, tomorrow we'll take it on the road. We can go, yeah, the Airbnb, or maybe we can like find a spot in the convention center or something, or yeah. I mean, I don't know if we'd. Anyways, TBD on the exact location. But Danny and Tyler, if y'all are down, we'll do a little event recap, the three of us, and talk through how everything went. And here on my nighttime YouTube channel with a few people here, and yeah, maybe in like you guys could share it to your box back home, see if there's people that are interested, kind of like want to hear the three of us mess around, stuff like that. Oh yeah, the Alamo, check. We could do the recap at the Alamo, which is actually right by my hotel. Um, I keep making like thinking like, oh, I'm gonna make a post, like this like dad joke post of like picture of the Alamo and then like check mark remembered, because of the remember the Alamo. Anyways, so yeah, we could that'd be kind of cool. It's kind of like a park, so there might be like a spot that's like a little bit more like off to the distance. I don't have a light, so we'd have to kind of maybe find like a street light or something like that. But that's a cool idea. That'd be kind of fun. And there's probably not that many like visitors in the afternoon or evening that are like that would be like, what the hell are those guys doing? So live from the Alamo, second largest event that's ever happened there. Yeah, exactly. Like the greatest thing seen at the Alamo. See, and now my hand, like I had my hand on the ground, and it has this funky smell. You know, or I'm just imagining it. No, I think that's the smell. That was the smell that I had. That it's so gross. I don't know what. All right, live from the Alamo, second largest event. All right, y'all. Have a good night. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Live from the Alamo. We're gonna do nighttime. Nighttime at the Alamo. And it'll be remembered. Taste it. No, I'm not. I'm not licking. I don't know if you guys remember this. We're on yesterday, but I was talking about the ice bath after that. What's it called? After the first event, um, with stadium trials. After the first, I jumped in the ice bath, or I wanted to go in the ice bath, and I looked in the ice bath, and it was like this milky white, like with like things like dirt and who knows what else, just like floating in the water, and it was just the grossest thing, and I just could not. And then at one point, they're like, "Oh, you want to get in all the way?" And I was like, "Nope, no, I'll just do my legs." So I just sat in my with my legs in the ice, which is fine, but it was like anyways. But then today, so the reason I say this also is today I saw the I saw the people at the kind of near the pliability slash like recovery zone. That's like a complimentary thing for the athletes. I saw someone like putting like this white powder into the salt bath or into the what's it called? Into the ice bath. So I was like, maybe it's a salt, maybe it's something. There's something like that's making this water white. That's hopefully like making it more sanitary or something for because we were like heat 26, and so I mean, like who knows how many people were in there before us. Anyways, enough gross stories. I'm ready. I'm ready to start getting ready for bed here probably. So, all right, y'all. Thanks again for joining, and yeah, we'll pick it back up tomorrow once know we know how things kind of shake out. Uh, Stay tuned. We'll keep it live. We'll figure it out.